Good day folks, Sean here from Air Photography. Just a quick little video for you today. We're going to be taking a look at the new macro lens for the DJI Action 2. This was launched alongside the Action 2, but it wasn't available right away. They did send out some emails a couple weeks ago, I believe, saying that they were available for purchase. Unfortunately, I do believe they are fully sold out now on their website, on the Canadian version anyways. But I was able to pick one up on Amazon. And depending on what country you're in, the price fluctuates a little bit. On the DJI website, if you live in the US, they are $79 US. If you live in Canada, they are $69 US. So there's really not much to it, and whether it's worth it for the price, I guess, is up to the individual user. Now, I've been playing around with it for the last week, and it does a pretty good job. I'm actually quite pleased with it. Now, with that said, if you're a person who does like to take macro photography, chances are you're not going to be interested in a product like this. Most likely you already have better equipment and you would be a little bit disappointed in it. But just for the casual user, if you do want to take some macro photos with your Action 2, if you're just out on vacation, nice close-up of a flower or something, definitely it works pretty well. Now, it works just like the ND filters that I shown earlier on my channel. It just connects there magnetically. Pretty solid connection. And in this scenario, it works a little bit better than ND filters because they can be knocked off a little bit easier because, some of the situations you could be filming in. But for macro photography, you're not going to be doing anything too crazy with it. And you can use it, of course, just with the camera module, or if you have the battery base or dual screen base there installed, it works just the same. The Action 2 has really been growing on me. I've been using it quite a bit the last couple weeks. There's still definitely some limitations to it and some annoyances, but I've actually been pretty happy with the quality and the ease of use. I love the small form factor when needed. I can actually mount this on a hat now without it being uncomfortable. Small RC vehicles. So it is very versatile in that manner. Now, before you use the macro lens, there is a setting that you should enable in the settings. And to do so, we can just swipe down. We'll go to our settings. We'll scroll down. And you can see there we have an option to auto detect macro lens. You can see we can turn it on and off. And what that does, as you can see here, when we attach it, we get a message that the macro lens is installed, and it just adjusts things accordingly. So let's go ahead here and we'll take a look at some samples. Now, with this macro lens and the Action 2, you can use it in both video mode and photo mode. So if you want to take some video of a bee landing on a flower, collecting some pollen, you're able to do so. The only thing I recommend, however, if you're going to be using it for video, close-up of a flower or whatever you're filming, it's probably a good idea to have it on some kind of tripod and get it as close to the subject as possible that way. Just due to the magnification, any movement in your hand, it's going to be greatly exaggerated in the video. But by mounting it on a tripod, your video will be quite a bit more stable. Now, in these examples here, I'm just hand holding it, so the video is a little bit shaky, but this is just more of a demonstration of the magnification. Then, of course, you can switch it over to photo mode. And for the most part, it does a pretty good job. Of course, it is blurry around the edges, but that's actually quite normal for macro photography. Good macro photography always has the subject in focus, and everything around it is a little bit blurred. So generally, I'm pretty pleased with it. I think DJI did a pretty good job with it. The quality is not too bad. And as mentioned, if you're a macro photographer, you're probably not going to have an interest in it. Just the quality is not going to be there. But just for the casual user, it's just another tool you can have in your toolbox. If you do want to capture a nice close-up, you're able to do so. Now, the only thing I wish DJI would have done with this lens is include some little kind of pouch or case for it. Just throwing this in a camera bag or a camera bag pocket, you chance getting more dust and stuff built up in it, and fingerprints and, scratches. So it would have been nice if they included some form of little felt pouch or case. That way, when you throw it in a camera bag, it's going to be protected. But for myself, I'm just keeping it in the little plastic pouch that it came in. And, for the most part, that'll keep it protected. So yeah, that is the macro lens for the DJI Action 2. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and got some value out of it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. It's always greatly appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. And we'll see you in the next one.